Hello again from my front porch. Apparently it's a matter of ask and ye shall receive, because I was complaining that we didn't have any sunshine. It was dreary and overcast, and today the sun is shining again. Well, I guess it's been shining every day. We just couldn't see it because the clouds were in the way, and the clouds aren't completely out of the way yet, but it looks a lot better. Here, let me show you what it looks like outside now. See, and you'll see. See, nice and sunnyish. Ish. No sun, but it's nice out. I'll take it. I can live with that. So I was thinking that today, normally we sit out here on the front porch and we talk about all kinds of stuff, but I don't really show you much else. I mean, there was the one video that we did with the mannequin challenge where I took you inside the living room to the little party that we were having. That was fun. Maybe do that again sometime. But I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I purchased on Craigslist, because I'm proud of purchases that I've done and how I've been able to find good deals. And I've just got a few other things that I wanted to show you and introduce to you. So I thought maybe today we'd take a little bit of a tour on part of my house and show you a few things, but with a real emphasis on the Craigslist buys, because really there are people who haven't bought on Craigslist because they don't know if they can trust it. And I understand that. There are some questionable people out there doing stuff. But what I would recommend to you is, if you just follow some basic, simple rules, you can actually do quite well on Craigslist. And I'm going to show you in a little bit some of the stuff that I have. For myself personally, there's some things that I follow when I'm looking for items. Number one, if the item doesn't have pictures, I just don't even bother, because if there's no pictures of it, I'm not going to worry about it. Number two, if the pictures they do post appear to either be standard, like clip art kind of things out of a catalog or something, or they look like they're really old pictures, I'm not interested in that either, because I want to know what does the item look like now that you actually have, not what did it look like ideally when you bought it. That's not what I'm looking for. So skip over some of those. If the ad posting has really bad grammar, or they can't write complete sentences, or they use texting abbreviations and things like that, I skip over those too. Why? Well, maybe it's a little snooty, maybe a little, judgmental, I suppose. But my theory is, if they're not able to write complete sentences and clearly articulate themselves in an ad for what they're trying to sell, I question how much care they've given to the item that they're actually trying to sell itself. So I just pass over those. Maybe I've missed some good deals because of that. Okay, I can live with that. But one of the other things that I also try to do is, if it's something like where they say they're selling a bunch of stuff, that would sometimes they'll list a whole bunch of furniture items, and maybe they'll even say there's an auction that's going to be happening or whatever, I don't know. But when I send the email message saying I'm interested, I will also ask a question like, say something like, well, I hope that you're condensing these things down because you're moving to someplace better or more suited for you, or something like that. And then the response I get back generally gives me a good indication as to what really is going on. Is it somebody who just simply needs to liquidate things because they're moving out of state? Is it someone who has had a death in the family and they're just trying to, estate auction to get rid of the stuff? Is it someone who's getting a divorce and they're just, liquidating things because, that's better than trying to split the assets, or, whatever. Whatever the answer is, that tells me what's going on and what kind of deals I might be able to negotiate. Because even when they post, this is what I want for this, once you're there with cash in hand, you'll find that they might still be willing to negotiate. You say, well, I like it, but I see this blemish and I see that problem. And, I know you said you wanted 200, but what if I give you 150? And they say, it's too cheap. So, okay, well, I'll give you 160, but that's as high as I go. And you're holding the cash right in your hand there. Odds are pretty good, unless they're just absolutely, I need the $200. Odds are you're going to walk away with it for $160 or $180, or whatever you negotiate it as, because you got the cash in hand, you've identified some blemishes, they're standing right there, they want to get rid of it, you're ready to take it. You can usually negotiate things down that way too. So enough rambling about how I do my Craigslist stuff. Let me show you the Craigslist things and a couple other items I got in here too. I think it's great. Okay, so let's go on a little mini tour of part of my house. You ready? Okay, so the door out of the, say goodbye to the front porch. We'll be back, but we're going to go in the house now. All right, so now in the house, first I want to show you, this is my dining room table right here. Now, isn't that a beautiful dining room table? 6 chairs and everything. I bought that on Craigslist. Yes, I did. Got it on Craigslist, and it works fantastic. It's got a little leaf that comes out of it and stuff. Works really good. Now, you'll see there's some other older things around here, too. Some antique stuff. That's some of my family heirloom things. And in future episodes, I actually decided I want to take you through some of those. I want to talk to you about some of the heirloom things that I have, because I've kind of become the curator of the family museum. And that's okay. I like that. I take pride in that. So future times, we're going to talk about those things. So put a pin there. We'll be back. So over here, on the other side of the room, has the dining room. This is the all big open space here with the living room on this side. Over here, I have what I consider to be two of my funnest purchases. I have my red couch and chair. Now, I like those because they have kind of an Old West kind of look to them, and kind of an 1880s look. And in fact, I want to show you here on the trim on the back of the couch. See that trim? Isn't that cool? That's cool. And then the feet for these things down below, and let's see if I can do this. The feet for these things, look at those. Look how ornate those things are. Isn't that cool? I like that. So I like that kind of stuff. And so again, purchase those on Craigslist. It's a good buy. Yeah. So now I'm going to take you over here. We're going to come over here in, sorry if making your head spin by moving the camera too quick, but we're going to come here into the kitchen. Now, there are no Craigslist purchases in the kitchen. There is a purchase that I have here in the middle of the kitchen, though. I have this little island that I added to my kitchen, and I'm a big fan of this little island. Bought it from a friend of mine, Linda Rosso, on Facebook, though. This was not a Craigslist purchase, but it was a good purchase nonetheless. I like it. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to the patio doors, out to the back patio. Come on out with me. And the first thing that you will see, hopefully, is this right here. My new deck furniture. Okay, you see my table and my 4 chairs here. I'm a big fan of these. I bought these just recently. Another Craigslist purchase from those things there. Now, over here on the other side of the deck, I also have my grill. Now, I did not buy the grill on Craigslist. That's a Sears purchase. Thing has been around, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years now, maybe. Works great. I love it. So we'll be firing that up pretty soon too. Now, over here, this has nothing to do with getting anything anywhere, but over here on my deck, this is what I call my happy place. Seriously, that's what I call it. Because any times where I've been stressed or really burdened down, you need a place to go that you can just kind of relax and unwind. Now, it's going to be a little deceptive today because they're doing some work back way over there up on the hill on the other side. There's a cemetery. Very quiet neighbors. But today they're doing some work up there. I assume grinding up some trees and cutting up some stuff. And so you hear that kind of thing. That's work they're doing up there. That normally that work isn't there. But normally I come out here, and over here is my happy place, because this has this magnificent view back here, and it allows me to be able to just stand here. Now, normally I'm facing the other direction, the way that you're looking right now too, but I can just stand here and just be peaceful. It's nice. I can stand here 15, 20 minutes, and all the cares of the day just fade right off. Now, also, you see down below there, that's my new fire pit. That's also not a Craigslist purchase. That's Amazon. But still, I like having a more permanent fire pit that looks like it belongs there on my patio. So that's what's going on out here on my deck right now. There's going to be some I'm going to have some parties or something now to be able to celebrate and use all of this new stuff out here. Let's head on back into the house. Now, over there is the door to the basement. We're not going to go down there, door outside. We're not going to go out there right now. We're just going to go back to the front porch for this point. Some other time, maybe I'll take you for more tour elsewhere. So we're just going to walk straight on through, back to the door to the porch. And we're back. All right, so there you go. A little mini tour of my house and some advice about Craigslist. Craigslist really can be good. In fact, when I want to buy something, the first place I look is Craigslist. Oh, I also bought some headboards for beds. I'll have to show those to you too, because I think those came out well too. Now, I also do buy some things over at antique stores too, like the brass armadillo and things like that. And so I'll highlight some of those as we take a look at some of those in future episodes as I show you more of those things. So anyway, that's enough rambling for now. I want to get out and enjoy some of this somewhat pseudo sunlight. And so I'm going to get on with my day. You get on with yours too. And I will see you next time from my front porch.